EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us south of the border to the vibrant capital of Mexico City. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And they needed to be because our offense struggled throughout the game. Sometimes as a defense, you're not just shutting down the opposing team's offense, but you have to outplay their defense as well. And that's what they did in their last game.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. That's to the rookie. It's Malik Neighbors. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Tracy trying the right side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now is 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Warriors 70. Go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Tag, Cowboy 80. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards. That's another Mexico City 1st down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Ready? 19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Let's go now. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A short throw there, pulled in by all. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here we go, here we go. 12.
We're scoreless after one.
Quarter with no score.
Gun. Dot.
Now Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Hyatt goes in motion left. Here's a 2nd and 7. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 Lion. Go.
Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
18 Rebel.
Mexico City.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds Robinson. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hurt. 79 Bronco. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
7-yard gain. And the Mexico City.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got this complete to Robinson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back to throw again. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
At the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Go! Viking 18! Mustang 19! Hey, check that, street! Hut, hut!
Running left is Tracy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Desperados are an extra point away from drawing level. Graham Goooo on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown, and their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here we go. 12.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Twelve. 11.
Burrow looking to pass. Looking deep here for Chase. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
As we all remember, these two were connecting back in their days at LSU when they were winning the national championship. But it wasn't just on game day. The amount of time they put in before practice, after practice, off days, that forged their connection, and it still continues here in the NFL.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Right back to Brown. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 3rd and 6.
11 MT. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Oh, look at this play call. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 11 Thomas.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it, because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go. 70 range. 70 range. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going up top. And got his man complete. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Desperados will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Goooo now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Goooo now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow will throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here we go, set.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Here's 2nd and 10.
Set up. Come 19. Come 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
They'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Alert! Alert!
On to give, it's Tracy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back to throw now on first down. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Check smash! Check smash! Warrior 70.
2nd and 5. That his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Come on. Set. 70 Lions.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here we go.
In motion left is Higgins. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. They found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
But they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now a 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A first catch there for Wilson and a first down.
I love it. He ran a hitch route on 3rd and 6, and normally that's not deep enough to get your first down. I'd say he really ran a hitch plus to make sure he got the first down yardage. Really intelligent route running.
Yeah, because what do you say? Hitches are normally 1 to 3?
Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood. You just kind of come off the line of scrimmage and kind of show yourself to the quarterback and say, hey, here I am, present it. He went in and took it far enough downfield to make sure that they had enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Hey, Smash. Street. 18 rep.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Mexico City as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
Check. 79 Bronco. Ready?
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Go.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Cowboy 80.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Riggs. Mustang 19. Check go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on fourth down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the fourth quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
So a big play there on fourth, and now 1st and 10 at the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Let's go.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Malik Neighbors, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Desperados are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point try good by Goooo. And it's now 21-7. Goooo now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And he will get into the end zone, and the two-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. And now they'll shift things around. On the ground, here comes Tracy. Shifts by him. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Let's go now. Take go.
Here's Tracy. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Third down and 13.
Come on. Come 19. Come 19. 7 Pirates.
Looking to throw. Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it, and the Bengals will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10.
11.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
11 mighty. 12. Stop.
Throwing, Burrow. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
11 MT. 11 MT. Take. 11 MT. Take. 12. Stop.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow, eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check smash. Go.
They're going to look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Go.
They'll look to throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins.